Hi Ritukul, I'm here to present our work on the topic exploiting site information for intelligent and reconfigurable PHY experiments on LT transceivers. Here's the problem setup. Resource allocation in wireless network by multi-arm banded algorithms has been studied widely in literature. So in the conventional setup, users send feedback signals such as signal to interference noise ratio, rank indicator, channel quality indicator, precoder matrix indicator to via the uplink channel to the transmitter. Transmitter will make use of such feedback signals to select the best channel and configure the corresponding PHY parameters. For example, SNR is used to select the modulation coding scheme. RI and PMR are used to select the transmission mode and the precoder matrix for the corresponding MIMO mode. But from the below figure, we can see that the transmitter Pico base station can sense the interference from neighboring base station in advance. So can we make use of such interference to have better decision making? We have called such interference as measurable interference and use it as side information in our work. So our work is focused on exploiting such side information along with conventional feedback signals to have a better PHY performance at the receiver. So along with measurable interference, there exists non-measurable interference. So how much is the impact of such non-measurable interference? We will try to address the issue in our work. Here's a proposed solution. There exists strong correlation between the interference at transmitter and the PHY performance at the receiver. So upper confidence bound algorithm, that is UCP algorithm, exploit the side information which is assumed to be known to the transmitter to select the best channel for transmission. We have adapted the UCP algorithm with side information, UCP WSI, for realistic LT5 setup based on MIMO FDM. Since we have assumed that only the side information is known to the transmitter in advance and we don't have any additional assumption regarding the feedback signals, so our solution is compatible with the LT standard. It supports link adaptation and adaptive MIMO. At the end, we will see that the proposed solution outperforms the conventional RL algorithms in BRN throughput metric. Just to mention, we haven't compared our proposed solution to the Thompson sampling because it is not clear how to uh, because it is not clear how to make use of such information in the Thompson sampling. Here's a block diagram showing the incorporation of our algorithm in the transmitter chain of the LT5 setup. So suppose base station wants to communicate data to the user equipment. So the transmitter PHY chain of the base station will select the channel and configure the corresponding PHY parameters for the selected channel, and the data will be sent over the wireless link to the user equipment. The receiver PHY chain will receive the data and the corresponding feedback signals such as CQI PMI are uh, 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 transferred over the uplink channel to the transmitter. The decision-making block situated in a transmitter chain will make use of such feedback signals, such as it take SNR as an input to select the best channel for transmission of the next frame, and this process will iterate for each and every frame. Here's the pseudo algorithm. So it takes k and alpha as input. K here denotes the number of channels. So initially each channel is selected for number of times so that variance of each and every channel is well defined. Further, in each time slot, the UCP index of each channel is calculated in accordance with equation 1, and the channel with highest UCP index is selected for transmission in the current time slot. Then the SNR and side information is observed at a transmitter, and the corresponding parameters of the selected channel like mean and variance are re-estimated. And this process will iterate for each and every time slot. The table here shows the simulation parameters that we have used in the simulation and are in accordance with the LT standard. Moving over to result section. So here the UCP-WSI algorithm performance is compared with the conventional RL algorithm. So the three different plots show here various channel combinations for the flat fitting low mobility profile FLM profile. So from the plots we can see that our proposed solution outperforms the conventional RL algorithms for both the BRN throughput metric for all the channel combinations. Here we have taken three different wireless channel profiles. This is flat fitting low mobility, extended prediction A, and extended typical urban. Just few points to mention. Here we have compared the UCPWS algorithm only with UCP algorithm, and we haven't shown here the BR metric just to maintain the clarity of the plots. And the two plots differ on the basis of channel combinations, which vary on the basis of mean SMR values. From the plots, we can see that our proposed solution outperformed the convention algorithm for all the channel profiles. So here we will see the effect of variance in interference or variance in side information available at transmitter for the FLM channel profile. So we can see from the plots we can see that low variance case performs slightly better as compared to high variance case, suggesting that a proposed solution provide performance gains in the provide performance gains five performance gains at the receiver even when the information side information is erroneous at the transmitter. It also shows that the when the high variance case may lead to performance degradation at the receiver, and accurate learning of such information is crucial for our algorithm. This is an interesting case in which when the measurable interference is insignificant as compared to non-measurable interference. So the plot here shows that still our proposed solution performs better as compared to the conventional UCP algorithm. It is due to the better exclusion approach of the UCP WC algorithm, and the side information is exploited to achieve smaller channel variances. Until now, we have assumed that side information is known to the transmitter in advance, or we have prior knowledge of such information. But what will happen when such information is unknown to the transmitter? And that will be an interesting future work. Thank you.